Welcome to today's deep dive into one of the most unusual and bloodless conflicts in American history, the Toledo War. This war wasn't fought with cannons or rifles, but with legislation, political maneuvers, and, surprisingly, a lot of stubborn pride. Let's uncover the fascinating layers of this border dispute between Ohio and the Michigan Territory. To understand the Toledo War, we must first go back to the early 19th century. The conflict was rooted in a poorly drawn map from the Northwest Ordinance of 1787, which defined the boundaries of the Ohio and Michigan territories. At the heart of the dispute was the Toledo Strip, a sliver of land roughly 5 to 8 miles wide, stretching along the border of what is now Michigan and Ohio. But why was this land so important? The answer lies in the access it provided to the Maumee River, a vital waterway for commerce and transportation. As Michigan moved toward statehood in the 1830s, the territory sought to include the Toledo Strip within its borders. However, Ohio had other plans. Ohio was already a state, and its leaders feared losing access to the valuable port city of Toledo. This triggered a series of legislative moves by both sides, leading to escalating tensions. As Michigan moved toward statehood in the 1830s, the territory sought to include the Toledo Strip within its borders. However, Ohio had other plans. Ohio was already a state, and its leaders feared losing access to the valuable port city of Toledo. This triggered a series of legislative moves by both sides, leading to escalating tensions. In 1835, Michigan Governor Stevens T. Mason, nicknamed the Boy Governor, took decisive action. He mobilized the Michigan militia to defend the territory's claim to the Toledo Strip. Ohio, under Governor Robert Lucas, responded in kind. Though the militias were armed, most of their encounters were marked by bluster rather than bullets. One notable incident involved an Ohio sheriff attempting to arrest a Michigan official, only to be met with resistance from a group of Michigan militiamen. As tensions mounted, President Andrew Jackson was forced to intervene. Jackson's administration was in a difficult position. Ohio was a key political state, but Michigan's claim was legally sound. To resolve the dispute, Congress delayed Michigan's statehood and encouraged both sides to negotiate. In 1836, a compromise was reached. Ohio retained the Toledo Strip, but Michigan was compensated with a large portion of the Upper Peninsula, a region rich in timber, minerals, and other resources. Ironically, what seemed like a loss for Michigan turned into a long-term economic boon, as the Upper Peninsula's resources played a critical role in the state's future prosperity. The Toledo War left an enduring legacy. While it's often remembered as a humorous episode in American history, the conflict highlighted the challenges of early U.S. governance and the importance of clear boundaries. Today, Toledo remains part of Ohio, but the rivalry between Ohioans and Michiganders endures in more peaceful forms, like the annual Ohio State versus Michigan football game. The Toledo War may not have been a traditional war, but its story is filled with intrigue, politics, and a touch of absurdity. It serves as a reminder of how even small disputes can shape the course of history. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the past. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating tales from history.